another Smite build video. I am your host, Shui. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. As you can see on screen, kind of starting in the abilities this time. Sorry about that, guys. But we are starting with the god Xbalanque. And I want to help you guys pronounce that a little bit. I hear people pronounce that like it's crazy. Like, people pronounce this thing so crazy. I used to actually call him Xbalanque for the longest time. But his name is actually Xbalanque, so it's Xbalanque. It's really difficult. It doesn't look like that's what it'd say. But if you go to his voice pack, you'll hear him pronounce his own name, and it is Xbalanque. Now, he is a pretty solid god to use as ADC. He's very strong early game, and he is a hunter, of course. And he's pretty fun, honestly. I like him a lot. We're gonna go ahead and dive into his abilities. His passive is Dead of Night. An enemy god, and any enemy gods that Xbalanque kills increases physical power permanently. Excuse me, I've been tripping over my words all night tonight. It caps out at 6 stacks with 5 physical power per stack, so you can get 30 physical power permanently. It's really helpful if you snag these up early game, because then you're going to start hitting like a truck a lot sooner than everybody else without even having to build items. But you're going to be building items, so it's going to be fun. The next one is the Branching Bola. When Xbalanque toggles on his ability, his basic attack deals additional damage. When the Bola hits, it splits into 2 that hit enemies up to 30 units behind the target for 30% damage. On hit, effects do not apply. Pressing the ability again cancels the toggle, and it adds 50 damage at cap. So pretty self-explanatory. You activate it, you pop it on, go Super Saiyan, whatever you want to call it. And when you throw the Bola, it hits and then shoots off. I'm sure you've seen it in game. It shoots the 2 behind after you hit the 1 in front. So it's a really good way to kind of poke on lane by just hitting a minion with the main, and it'll branch off and hit the gods. Pretty fun. I like doing it a lot. It really pisses some people off, so it's really funny. The next one is Poison Dart. Xbalanque shoots 10 darts in a cone in front of him, dealing damage with each one. An enemy can be hit by 3 darts, with the other 2 doing 30% damage. Enemies hit are poisoned, taking additional damage every 0.5 seconds, and are slowed. The damage per dart is 110 plus 40 of your physical power. The poison damage is 30 plus 20% of your physical power, and the poison slow is 20% for 3 seconds. So a pretty solid move. As you can see, it's a very high utility move due to the fact that it can put a DOT, slow, all sorts of stuff. So it's a good time. The next one is considered a dash, which is Rising Jaguar. Xbalanque rushes forward and then jumps into the air. While in the air, he fires darts at all nearby enemies, dealing damage to all in the area. Any enemies that were poisoned by Xbalanque take additional damage. And it does 280 plus 20 of your physical, and the additional poison damage is 20%. So as you can see, there's a lot of synergy with his kit. So you Poison Dart, and then you Rising Jaguar, and then Breaching Boa for the final kind of like nail in the coffin, I guess you could say. So it's really good. You can see how strong he would be early game due to the fact that he can pretty much get so much mobility in duo lane, and you only have to worry about one side from ganks. So as long as you stick to the shore side, you'll be good to go and just spinning around doing some crazy dance moves. His ultimate is called the Darkest of Nights. I'm sure you guys have had this done to you before. Xbalanque shrouds enemies in darkness for 3 seconds. During this time, Xbalanque's basic attack range and his movement speed are increased. At the end of the darkness, any enemy gods moving at that time are stunned. Movement speed is 60% increase with a 40-foot range, and the stun is 1.5 seconds. I actually did not know that this had a range. I thought it was all gods on the other team. But, I mean, it's pretty much all gods on the other team. Like, you're going to hit pretty much anybody except for maybe the ones over in solo lane. But maybe, like, if they're in solo lane jungle, I think it hits. So, it's pretty crazy. Pretty simple, guys. It's not too hard to understand. Xbalanque is a really easy guy to use. He's definitely, like, he's not the easiest in the world, but he's also not the most complicated. The first thing we're going to get is we're actually going to get Branching Bola, Poison Darts, Rising Jaguar, Branching Bola, Darkest, Bola, Darts. And then Darkest, Bola, Darts, Darkest, Darts, Jaguar, Darkest, Jaguar, Darkest. Pretty self-explanatory. You just want to get all your abilities open always. You never want to not have an ability. And you just want to pretty much max out your buff as soon as possible. And then you want to max out your DOT as soon as possible. So pretty good stuff. We're actually going to jump into the item build now. This is a little bit of a different item build. I'm not using meditation. I think this is going to be back-to-back videos that I'm putting out that I'm not using meditation. I'm the meditation guy, you know? So it's killing me to do this. But this is one of the gods that you really don't want to use meditation. At least right now off the bat, I actually usually end up buying meditation on Xbalanque. Probably the 2nd time returning to Fountain, just because I like to have that little mana buff at the end. So the first thing that you're going to want to buy is the Bluestone Pendant. And it's 10 physical power, 90 health, and plus 5 MP5. Restores 1.5% of your missing mana every 5 seconds. Pretty self-explanatory due to the fact that the Branching Bolas takes mana every time you throw a Bola. you definitely want to make sure you have that kind of that slow regen of your mana back. And then the next item we're actually going to get is a little different as well. We're going to get the first stage of the Dev Gloves, which is Spike Gauntlet. It gives you 7% physical lifesteal. The reason you want to leave out the fountain with that is due to the fact that you want to already be started on your Dev Gloves and also have that baby amount of lifesteal, just so you can kind of sustain in lane long enough to get all the way up to the top tier. And then also we're going to be buying 1 mana pot. And you want to buy mana pot due to the fact that your mana regen is limited with bluestone and your lifesteal is not. And the only thing your lifesteal is limited to is how long you're willing to sit there and hit mins. About it. So we're going to go down to your core. Pretty easy, which you guys are going to know is the first one, which is Devourer's Gauntlets, which is 25 physical power and 10% physical lifesteal. You permanently gain 0.4 physical power and 0.20% physical lifesteal per stack. 5 for a god, 1 for a min, caps out at 75. You guys have known, if you've been here for a while, I use these on almost all of my hunters. It's really good. I like it a lot. And it really does benefit you. And it also extends and scales very well to late game. So buying it early will definitely help you scale to late game as well. Next one we're actually going to buy is your boots. And you're going to want to go down and you're going to want to grab the Warrior Tabby, which is just 40 physical power and 18% movement speed, just to make you hit harder early. And not to mention, if you pick up a kill or two before you get these, it's gonna help you scale very well. And you're actually going to hit a lot harder, a lot faster. Next one is, I actually don't use this item very often, but it's Odysseus's Bow. And it gives you 40% attack speed. Every 4th basic attack triggers a chain lightning, damaging the target and up to 4 nearby targets for 30 damage plus 50% of your total physical power. Now the reason you want to grab this right now is due to the fact that Dev Glove stacks give you physical power, Warrior Tabby gives you physical power, and any kills you got before that gives you physical power. So the chains are going to be striking pretty hard pretty early. So I definitely recommend doing that. You can actually swap that out late game for Itch-Avail if you really want, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Next item is going to be Rage, which is 30 physical power, 30% critical strike chance, and pretty much the passive, it guarantees you a critical strike every 5 hits at least. So every single hit that you get that is not a crit, it increases your critical chance rate for the next hit. And also by doing the just crazy 40% attack speed, you're going to be hitting so fast, you're going to be landing crits like it's your day job. Next one is actually another crit item back to back. You want to grab Malice, which is 50 physical power, 20% critical strike chance, and when you deal a critical strike, you deal an additional 75% of your total physical power as physical damage over the next 3 seconds. Additional crits refresh this effect. So the reason why is, if you can tell the kind of the theme of this build, it is just a crap ton of physical power. That's it. That is all we're building. It's just a crap ton of physical power to use on Malice, which then will give them a stupid strong DOT tick. Not to mention you'll be hitting like a freight train to begin with. So if they get away, they'll have a super stupid strong DOT on them. We're going to go ahead and grab Malice. And then our final item is, a lot of people, I usually make this an alternative item, but I actually always buy Titan Bane due to the fact that you, as Xbalanque, you want to kill as fast as possible no matter who it is. So every character has natural defenses. So you definitely just want to be able to shred through the defenses no matter what, no matter when, no matter how, no matter where. You want to just shred through and kill everyone is super, super fast. So that's why we use Titan's Bane, and not to mention it gives you 30 physical power. We're going to go ahead and throw these on here on the build and give you the overview. The overview is your basic attack is going to be hitting for 262. You have 175 physical power without the Dev Glove stacks. You have 1.52 attack speed, 10 physical lifesteal without Dev Glove stacks, 0 penetration, but we have the 33% pen from Titan's Bane. You have 50 critical chance. You have 70 physical protection, 48 magical protection, 1955 health, 22 HP 5, 431 movement speed, and 0% cooldown reduction, which is not really a big deal for us. 960 mana and 12 MP5. So pretty solid build all around. The stacks of the Dev Gloves will definitely make this look a lot more scary, but it is scary, guys. I guarantee it. I've dropped 40 bombs with Xbalanque in this build, so I definitely recommend you give it a shot. But make sure you smack the hell out that like button for me. You already know it's greatly appreciated. Make sure you comment down below if this does help you, if you do enjoy using the Xbalanque build. And also comment down below if you have any other gods you'd like me to do. And also, if you are new to my channel, if you are new to watching the Shoe Cruise Film Festival, or whatever you want to call it, it's not a film festival, it's just a YouTube video. I'm making stuff up. But go ahead and hit the subscribe button, you know. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, become part of the Shoe Crew, learn a thing or two, be here, you know, just have a good time, guys. We're here to help each other out, to grow as gamers and get better at what we do, which is game on Smite and also Destiny. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. I will talk to you later. Peace.